Now, you are a co-founder of Crimson Education, which operates a global university. Considering that we're seeing an attempt to restrict access to quality education, could you explain what your motivation was to be part of an endeavor like this?
Mm. So I co-founded Crimson Education about 12 years ago, right after I finished high school in New Zealand. And our mission at that time was to help more Kiwi students really understand the opportunities that are available globally and help them access that opportunities, right? When I say opportunity, I mean
Exactly.
higher
Yeah.
education. And over the years, we've expanded into many countries, including Australia, Singapore, India, China, Korea, Japan. So now we operate in over 20 countries, and we're doing one thing, and that is to empower students locally to fully unlock their potential and access the best possible higher ed opportunities they can possibly access. And that, to me, I think is more important than ever in today's fast-changing world, because as I mentioned earlier, the exchange of ideas is absolutely critical. The flow of human capital represents really the future potential of what we're able to produce and create as human race. Continue to break down that information barrier, continuing to break down that difference in perspectives and hurdles that I guess make that process difficult is definitely our core mission, right? So we see this a very, very important fight for us to be in, and will continue to be very determined to support these students who want to have their education dreams realized.
That's fantastic. My final question. I know it's quite a sensitive situation in the United States right now, what with the Trump administration and its crackdown on the youth, particularly when it comes to those who protest in connection with Gaza and if they're pro-Palestinian. If you're comfortable with it, would you like to make a comment on the crackdown against students who have participated in pro-Palestine protests?
Yeah. So pro-Palestine protest happened at Harvard, I believe, pretty much over a year ago, and then similar protests happened in many other American campuses, like Columbia University, for instance. And sometimes the protest kind of went on for weeks, if not months. So I think that it is, once again, America as a country should always respect the freedom of speech and expression. So for any party to have a view on certain issues, I think it's important to express that. But at the same time, we need to make sure that sort of any expression of that view has to be done in an orderly fashion, right? It shouldn't really jeopardize student safety or any sort of I guess regular order, like classes
Absolutely.
should be in session. When that first happened, I was the vice president of the student government at Harvard Kennedy School, and I've received a lot of requests for help from students in the community, saying that they don't feel safe to walk back to their dorm at night because they felt like they might be targeted, etc. Like I didn't investigate which sides they were on, but clearly the protest has went to a state where it was not very I guess peaceful, right? So I guess my message really is my personal view on this is that it's important, it's critical to be able to express your voice, but at the same time, it's important to make sure that number one, we respect everybody else's perspectives. Number two, we do this in an orderly fashion. And number three is that they shouldn't really impact the regular operations of a university, which is to conduct academic training and also research. So, and I think for ourselves as students, we should, really respect that boundary at as universities and also other members of the society. We should try our best to, I guess, really restore that sequence. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's all about balance, right? At the end of the day.